If you've always been interested in farming games, but don't have the time to get into the bigger farming games and just want something nice and simple, this game is probably for you. Today I'm going to talk about how to get started, what to do, first things to do when starting new, and things like that, just to get you started. Quickly, let's go into settings. Make sure that when you play this that you check your settings here, because it will use your graphics card. I have mine set on high. My graphics card is a NVIDIA GTX 1650, so if you have a 1650 you're gonna get this kind of result. Okay, so let's go ahead and start. The first place you're gonna start is in your bedroom. I'd recommend starting on easy, just because you'll have an easier time. Harder, it's gonna be too hard to learn. Now, one of the places you may get stuck first is on this banister right here. So you're gonna have to wiggle around to get through it. First thing you have to do is go outside. But I want to point something out. These are the same guys that did Trader Life Simulator, and first of all, take a look at how much they've improved the game. The look is quite nice. So to move around, use WASD, and you can hold the shift key down to move. Now notice here how I go down there, but if I try to go here, I get stuck. But if I move a little bit this way, I can go there. Okay, so let's do that again. This is one place that you may get stuck and get confused. And remember, this guide and walkthrough is for new players. If you already know about this, then fine, but I got stuck here before going, huh? Like that. And then I realized you got to go like this. Okay, so there you go. So do that. First things first. Go down here. Another thing you have to keep in mind is doors. You don't have to click anything. You just bust a move and go through the door. Okay, so over here, you've got your stuff here, and this is your crate. You're going to need to get crates right here, and this is fertilizer, that's water, and that's a water tank right there. So left click and grab this, and then you got to harvest tomatoes. Come over to it with it held. You'll notice here that you could grow them even more by adding fertilizer, but hit the F key to harvest, and so on, and hit the F key to harvest more. Harvest all these guys like this. You'll notice you have a couple more plots here. You can buy these other plots to put more in. Next thing you want to do is come over to here. And when you come over to here, go to like this, click your left button on the mouse, and it'll show you. You can't put it there, but you can put it right there. Left click, and you've added it in there. Now keep in mind, the real key here is this box. You're going to need to get some more of those later. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go into the the truck. Go into here and hit F, and once you're in here, the next important thing is they want you to go to the map. Let me explain the map because it's important. So the map, look at this. Is this cool? Like I said, this is a huge upgrade from Trader Life Simulator. So you're in the upper right hand side of the screen. You have a gas station. In the middle upper left hand side with that road going to the Y is your nursery, and down here you have a burger place, and you have medical and all. You can get food and whatnot. So they want you to sell the crate and bring it down there, and I'll go ahead and show you how to do that. But before we do that, let's go back to this here. Let's go back to the car. You can hide the controls on the left by pressing the G key, like so. There's a gas tank gauge below that, which is red, and there's a repair meter. If you drive off-road or run into things, you can take damage, and that is not good because you have to repair your truck later. Reduction in gear, meaning the Y key, is when you run into a hill. You'll need that. So next thing is let's go ahead and we're going to go down and get you all the way to the vegetable shop. Now, a little tip on using the map is if you're not sure where you are and you're looking around, you're not sure, I mean, it's pretty obvious right here, you can hit the M key. You can go like this. You can hit the M key, and what it'll do is it'll scroll out and you can kind of see where you are. But if you're say in the bushes and you can't tell, hit the M key again and watch where it scrolls to. If you see it goes like that, that kind of gives you an idea where you were on the map. So this is a good tip. If you get lost, you can see you're right there. Another thing is, if you're more comfortable driving from the first person view, you can hit the V key and go like this. This is better for some people because out here you could get car sick or motion sickness. Using the mouse wheel on top of your mouse to zoom in or zoom out can help you also. If you flip your car, make sure you hit R to reset truck. Okay, so we're going to have a gas station here, and we're going to make it over to the vegetable shop. Now when it comes to your vegetable shop, I picked this one here. It's on the left side of the map, and you can see here when we scroll out, hit the M key and come back and go like this, it's right over there. And the other one near the top, or some of these others, may be for sale, so you can't use them. Hit F to get out, and then what you're supposed to do is get your stuff back here. Left click this, bust to move right through the door, and come over here and put your stuff down. If you want to move it, use the wheel on the mouse to arrange it, and left click to place it. Okay, so we've done that. Now we're going to sell the crate here, and we go up to this. See, this is the panel right here. Hit F to sell. Now the next thing they want you to do is they want you to buy tomato plants over at the nursery. So that's what you got to do here. So now we got to buy the plants from the nursery, and that is located in the upper left hand corner. You see we're just driving out, and what's interesting is while you're on the map you can still drive your car, even though you can see me driving on the left right there. So this is another way to do it if you prefer, but we're going up to that little potter plant in the upper left. Okay, now that we've hit a hill here, you'll see it's kind of slowing down. What you want to do is see how the car gets slower. Hit Y, and it downshifts to like your lower gear. You're going to need this on the hills. I don't know why, but nevertheless you'll need it. So you can get some speed up to get up there. You see how I did it? Or you can downshift it like this. This will work too. Okay, so here we are at the nursery here, and let's get out and let's go over here. And what you need to do is buy the tomato plants. Now keep in mind that this is an apple plant and this is tomato plant right here. And you want to buy this here, and you can buy even more. So that's one. You got to put the box down. So you've got that, and you have, look at this, you have hot peppers, you have these here. You can buy a whole lot of things, eggplants. So later on you're going to be able to buy different plants in the game. So let's go back here and put it in here. Once again, click there and drop it off. Now you have to buy fertilizer. You have a little fertilizer at home, but not that much. And here's your fertilizer. You just hit the F key to buy this. You're going to need fertilizer. That's a box. It's this. You're going to need the crate also. So you have to put it down first. But before we do that, I want to show you some of the other things you can buy later on. You'll be able to buy a fertilization system, which is kind of cool. And look at this irrigation system. You'll be able to buy those, which will help you with watering. Now it's important to buy these things here. And it's too bad you can't carry more than one, because each one carries your stuff. So one there, you can move these things back there and move them back and get another. I'd buy another one of these. There you go. And then you have to go back to your farm and unpack them. You're going to do a lot of driving back and forth, but if you take a look at it, it's nice out here, and it looks pretty good. I'm really surprised that they made it this good. The game is a little simple, but sometimes that's exactly what you need. Let's go back to the farm. Now that you've made it back to your farmhouse, I would recommend parking your truck here, because this is where your new plot is. You see right here? So let's go ahead and exit. Now that we've exited out, they want you to unpack the plants. So first thing you have to do is get these things. You can put them like this right here. Let's put this like this here and get these boxes out of the way. You could put them down on the ground if you want. That's easier. You want to save a little time. There are our tomato plants. So first thing you want to do is you want to put them on the ground. After you put them on the ground, notice how it says unpack. If you highlight it, hit unpack, and now you're ready to go. Grab a plant and plant it. You can take this stuff out. This is your fertilizer. You're going to need that also. I put the fertilizer right there. So let's go ahead and grab this plant, and then you're going to go over to this and highlight this, press F. Now you have to plant it. You'll see what the next things are. Let's just do one of these for time's sake right here and place this. Excuse me. Hit F to plant, and that's how you do it. Now you notice that it says water and fertilizer are red. That means you need to get both the water and fertilizer on each one of these. Let me show you an example. This is fertilizer. We pick it up. This is already here, by the way. Highlight this, press F, and notice fertilization is done. Fertilization is done. At that point, you can put it back here. Next thing you want to do is you want to grab the water can, and then you fill it up like this. You can already see why you need the irrigation system later on. Highlight this, press F, and do the same to this one right here. I would do all of these right here because you have enough to do this, and you can put the can pretty much anywhere right here. This is here. You can buy more land with the amount of money you have, so that you can plant more of these. The more you plant, the more money you can make. So you can do this here. Let's go ahead and buy land, and guess what? The fence instantly disappears. So this here, when you get something, you have to unpack. Press F to unpack it like this, and you can leave it on the ground if you like to, or you can put it somewhere here. Remember, we still have some of these right here. Let's go ahead and plant those, and let's grab this. And like it said, if you put fertilizer and water on it, it's going to grow better. You notice that this one here is fertilized, this one is not. Let's go ahead and water one of these, and so you can see what happens. This one's watered without fertilization, and we'll leave it at that. So we're going to go back inside, and we're going to go ahead and take a nap. That way, the next day, you'll get to see what happens. So here we go, up we go, and over to the bed. Click the bed, sleep and save. And there you go. It's supposed to be a woman, but it sounds like a man. And of course, when your truck becomes slow, like my truck is already slow, the hint there. So once again, let's go down. Remember this bug here. They may fix this with later updates. Ride the banister, guys. Do like I do, ride the banister. Look at this. I thought that was weed or something, but I guess not. So anyway, you got to farm this stuff. Okay, so here's the difference here. Look what we've got here. This one is ready to harvest. This one is not really ready to harvest, but it's growing right here. So you can see the difference was this one didn't have fertilizer, and in this guy, it's just dead in the water. So you need to put something in there, put some water, and at least it'll grow. Okay, so then what you do is it's ready to harvest, but in order to harvest it, you know what you need? Remember these things? It didn't say anything about buying these little boxes back then, but aren't you glad you did? This is a big thing you need to do. You need to buy this box here. So hit F to harvest, and I like how stuff grows overnight, and you cannot do anything here. You need to fertilize it. So we have 2 of these. And in the box it goes, in the truck it goes. So what I recommend is when you do this, go back and buy a bunch of these boxes while you're there. Make sure you plan ahead. You'll see how much each one of these lasts. They don't last that long here. Grab this and start planting again. And you can see you need a lot of these seedlings. You really need to load that truck up big time. So there we go. So guys, anyway, that's how you get started. You're out of the tutorial. Just go back, rinse and repeat. Enjoy the scenery, have fun driving around, and as you get more money, you can open more plots, and later on you're going to be able to go ahead and get better plants. You're going to be able to buy the better ones when you get better reputation. Make sure you get food, and of course the bathroom. You know how to do that. There's a bathroom, and then the food is over at the burger place. I guess people just eat burgers here. Hope you guys like this and enjoy the game.